You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Bulldogs podcast. I am Daniel.
And Daniel.
I'm over there.
And Daniel.
Oh, happy Friday.
Thank you.
Happy Friday. Happy Braves playoff day. If you're listening to this in the afternoon game.
It is. It's that first pitch time kind of shocked me when I found that out.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. Maybe you've already watched the game. We obviously have not, but because it hasn't happened yet in the world we are living in right now. But happy everything to you. Tomorrow, Georgia plays Auburn. It's a good day. And that's it. You wanted me to keep talking, Clint, so I kept talking.
That was on me. Look, that was on me. Once his mouth opens, you can't get it to stop. It's a disgusting illness. Hey, welcome to Locked On Bulldogs, your team every day here on Locked On Podcast Network. Glad you're here. We're fans first and foremost. We're not gurus or insiders. Wouldn't want to be if you asked me to. So stop asking me to. No one asked me to. But here's a question I got for you. We are fans. Okay. We don't take ourselves too seriously nor each other. So have some fun on this podcast. Daniel, sure. One of our listeners, Dasher, had this on Twitter. If one of the four main characters of Seinfeld was written to be an anti-vaxxer, which one would it be?
Weirdly, everybody's going to say Kramer.
It's not Kramer.
Right? Because he's the conspiracy, like he's the guy that you would think, but it's not Kramer. It's George.
It's George.
It's George.
Gosh, it's George. This is fantastic. Okay.
Follow-up question: who's the greatest character in American television history? George.
It's also George.
George.
Daniel.
All right.
How do people get in contact with us?
LockedOnBulldogs@gmail.com is the email address. @Dawgs Podcast, which you can read if you're on YouTube right now. But I'll tell you again, @Dawgs Podcast if you're listening. That is he got there. That is the Twitter handle. We'd love to correspond with you, interact with you. So give us a shout out on those platforms. As I mentioned, we are on YouTube, Locked On Bulldogs Podcast. Search for us on YouTube, and you can find us there. Subscribe to the pod if you're watching on YouTube right now. Just click that subscribe button. Thanks for doing that. Even if you're an Auburn fan, you can subscribe. We might have nice things to say about you later in the game that you play. We might give out a lock that involves you later in the season on a Thursday episode. Lots of good things. Auburn fans, how you feeling? By the way, Friday, we're getting close to the game. Let us know. Let us know how you're feeling. We're excited. We're excited to hear what you're excited about. Also on audio format on the Locked On Podcast Network, wherever podcasts are found, you can find us. I don't need to tell you where those places are. Subscribe, leave us a rating and review, all those good things. Clint, we got to talk about what we're excited about, what we're nervous about, and what you shouldn't sleep on about this game. It's one of our favorite things to do on Friday. It's the way that we get mentally prepared for the game. We like to take you on a roller coaster of emotions. We like to preview some of the ways that you might feel while you're watching the game. But before we do any of that, Clint, M-Dubs, cue the formal apology music. Weldon Brothers, I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get so scared when I'm doing the locks that I forget about the well done parlay at the end. This is only the second week. You'll have to forgive me, but I'm committed. Last week, the well done parlay did not cash, but we are back on the horse. We are ready to go again. I've got two for you. One of them is a money line parlay. Okay. It pays out plus 790.
Ooh,
okay.
Hello.
Give me Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, UGA, Virginia, and Michigan all on the money line.
That's not bad at all.
That pays out plus 790. Okay. Take that one. And then this one's just for kicks and giggles. Plays out plus 580. Okay. It's 3 road underdogs beginning on Friday night. So you got to listen to this on Friday, hopefully, and get into this action early. Give me Stanford plus 12.5 at Arizona State. Why is Stanford catching 12.5, sometimes 13 points at Arizona State?
It makes no sense to me.
No sense. Give me this one. I just have to swallow real hard and say it. Give me Maryland plus 21 at Ohio State. he's Clint's out. I've lost.
Walk
I've
away
lost
from the microphone.
If you hated that one, you're gonna hate this one even more, Clint. Give me LSU plus 3.5 at Kentucky. That's the chaos play.
Okay.
LSU going into Kentucky and winning this game. Act like that's not a very realistic scenario. That's a chaos play. And as you told me when you were laying points with Oregon State yesterday, that this is a weird year in college football. Everything's upside down.
Do as I say, not as I do, Daniel.
Weldon brothers. Bet on both of those. If either of them hit, you're gonna get paid handsomely because they are both significant plus odds. So there's your well done parlay for the week. All right, Clint, we're going to Auburn, to Jordan Hare Stadium, I believe is how people from the South say it. What are you excited about when it comes to this game? Okay, tell me.
It's very simple. Very, very simple.
I love simple things. Auburn fans will follow along easily.
They're not going to like anything I'm about to say.
Oh, what?
I enjoy when people get what they deserve. We were talking about this pre-production. I love it. It makes me so happy.
Okay.
All of your ludicrous talk about Bo Nix. Okay?
I tried, people. I tried to hold him in for the whole week. It's Friday.
It's Friday. I don't care. It's the freaking weekend. I'm about to let loose. And for all of your lunacy talking about how he's a quarterback, I cannot stand that you call him a quarterback. He is not a quarterback. He got benched against Georgia State for all that is good and holy. Do you understand that? The last 2 games against Georgia, he has not done well.
No.
At all. At one point, he was throwing 50 times in a game, Daniel, and only completed 30 of them. The other time, he threw for 40 times, completed one of them to the opposite team, completed only 21. That's us. Almost 50% completion on 40 passes. He doesn't do well against us. We know him. And all of a sudden, let me ask you this quick question. Were the times that we made him look that foolish, did we have a lesser defense or a better defense than we have this year?
Front seven, not even a whiff of what they are this season. So Azeez Ojulari, your NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
Sorry, not sorry.
So if you're telling
this defense is better.
This defense is better, more potent, faster, quicker, stronger. And we made him look foolish before, and Dan Lanning and Kirby Smart are still the head coaches, and they have better weapons on defense. I am excited to watch Bo Nix get lit up.
Okay. When we, as a defensive line, when this unit puts their hands on you, Clint, this is not LSU. Listen, Auburn, I know you know it, but I'm here to tell it to you again. This is not LSU. This defensive line is not LSU's defensive line. These linebackers are not LSU's linebackers. When they get their hands on, and listen, they had their hands all over Bo Nix last week. Listen, I've only seen one video this week on the internet that involves somebody having their hands more all over somebody else than the LSU defensive line. Clint was saying earlier he likes it when people get what they deserve. So had to get a one Urban Meyer reference in. Okay, this defense is not LSU. When we get our hands on Bo Nix, he's going to go to the ground. I am excited to see the first game in the Brock Bowers, Darnell Washington tight end together era. Okay, last week they were out there on the field together. We know that. This week, Stetson's going to have to throw the ball. This week, the Georgia quarterbacks are going to have to let it loose. We're not just going to come in there and run the ball down Auburn's throats. I mean, we might, but we probably won't just come in there and run the ball down Auburn's throat. We are going to throw the ball, which means Big O is not going to be a decoy. Brock Bowers is not going to get one target. These are the weapons. I'm excited to see the first game of this An era the likes of which we haven't seen, where you got Todd Monken
Never.
and two explosive tight ends like this on the field at the same time. Clint, inject it into my veins. Give it to me. I cannot wait. I got to have more of it. All right. We're going to talk about.
Would you rather get with this, Brock Bowers, or would you rather get with that, Darnell Washington? Trick question. Get with both.
You have to get with both. And ooh, that's a shame. Today's episode brought to you by the fine folks over at Built Bar. Built Bar is the tastiest protein bar on planet Earth. You know this. I know this. They come in a wide variety of delicious flavors, all of which are amazing, all of which are high in protein, all of which are high in fiber, all of which are low in sugar, all of which are keto approved, and all of which taste like candy bars. So if you think that all of those things could not possibly be true, it's just like Brock Bowers and Darnell Washington being on the field at the same time. They're both true. It's just like cheering for Georgia football and Georgia basketball at the same time. Both things can be true. The advertiser is paying me to say these things, Clint. You cannot interrupt me. You cannot interrupt me during this portion of the show. So, as I was saying, Built Bar is the tastiest protein bar on planet Earth. Clint has left the podcast. Tastiest protein bar on planet Earth. Go there right now. Enter the promo code LOCKEDON15. You're going to get 15% off your first order. That could be a variety pack. It could be a single flavor. It could be multiple flavors. Shipped straight to your door. LOCKEDON15 is the promo code. BuiltBar.com is the website. Go there now and try the most delicious protein bars on planet Earth.
Look, it's kind of like this is on me, listeners. I'm sorry. This is kind of like the teenage daughter that you tell not to date the guy, and what does she go do? She wants to date him more. Daniel's like a petulant child. The more I tell him not to talk basketball, the more he has to talk. That's on me, listeners. That's on me. I'm sorry.
I like Georgia basketball. It's not a crime.
It's not. I get it.
It doesn't mean I like football less. Okay, here we go. What are we nervous about, Clint? I'm going to go first on this one. You went first on excited about. And this one's simple for me. It's the bravado, dumb Georgia fan answer is nothing. We're nervous about nothing. But that's not true. If you know me, if you know Clint, you know full well that we're nervous about a lot of things all the time. Just stomach full of nerves. We literally invented the bucket. So, we'll have the buckets on Saturday night. And to me, Saturday afternoon, I should say. And to me, the bucket begins, middles, and ends around the fact that this is the first real road game for this University of Georgia squad. I know it's an overplayed narrative. I know it's talked about a lot. But listen, this is what I hate about playing Vandy early in the year. I hate going to Vandy. You remember last time we went to Vandy, it was in week 1.
I do.
Now we go to Vandy in like week 3, week 4. We've played a neutral site game. There were a lot of Clemson fans there, Clint. You know, I know there were a lot of Clemson fans there. And at different times in the game, those Clemson fans were very, 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 very loud. I think that helps us. But that is not the same as going to this stadium on Saturday afternoon and playing against this team. So, I'm nervous. I am very nervous about our ability to perform on the road. It is a different ball game, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. I am not nervous about the defense's ability to bring their own juice. Okay? The Georgia crowd is great, and it causes several false starts a game. They are elite. Okay? But the Georgia defense does not need us out there. The Georgia defense is just fine without us. On the offensive side of the ball, I am nervous. I'm nervous about this offensive line. I'm nervous about their ability to perform. I'm nervous about maybe some young receivers with a little bit of jitters and that impacting the play. I'm not necessarily nervous about Stetson Bennett, but it doesn't make me feel great about the quarterback situation. So, first road game, I'm nervous. I still think we're going to win, but don't act like you're not nervous.
Remember the last time that we only lost one game in the regular season and went on to have a playoff push, and we had to go visit Auburn, and we got blown the hell out of that decrepit stadium.
You mean the only time they've beaten us in the last 5 meetings?
I do. I do mean the only time they've beaten us in the last 5. And that's the only game I can remember right now, Daniel, with this question. What am I nervous about?
Yeah.
I can't remember any other game. I can't remember
Yep.
the mailman getting on the national stage and silencing Auburn. I can't remember when we went locked on Auburn and I told them we could win with Stetson and they laughed at me, literally laughed. And I said, okay, we'll see. I can't think of any of that because all I'm thinking is 40-17. Okay, that's all that's in my head. I am beyond nervous for that stadium. I'm beyond nervous that Stetson gets an early interception, that it's returned for a touchdown. They get points on the board before us, and all of a sudden, that voice in the back of the head that says, "Hey, is JT? Is he really healthy? Can we put him in? Let's not throw. We got to go down. We got to run." All of a sudden, the crowd gets into it. We got a false start. Now we're 1st and 15, backed up on our 10, and we're down 7-0. This is yes. See, exactly. This is what I'm nervous about. I'm nervous that narrative has a chance to happen because that stadium is gross. Well, that's what I'm nervous about.
Okay. Well, it's been a good run here on the Locked On Bulldogs podcast. It's been fun talking to all of you. I guess we'll be back talking about what you shouldn't sleep on.
We will come back on what you shouldn't sleep on. All the listeners right now have just thrown their iPhones out the window. They had that insurance on it, so it's no problem. They'll get another one. They'll call the Apple Care and say somebody stole it because they got the care for it.
My only consolation is that Auburn fans have been telling us all week that everything we say is stupid, and so technically speaking, you're either right or you're wrong. You know.
I got you. Hey, want to let you know about BetOnline.ag. BetOnline.ag is your sportsbook experts. Right now, head over there, put in the promo code Locked On. They're going to give you 50% deposit match. Whatever you put on, they're going to give you 50% of that right on top. You put $100 in, they'll give you 50. You have $150 to which you add on top of the money that Daniel and I have already made you. Okay, that's more money from what we've made you. And don't act like we haven't, because we have. BetOnline.ag, your sportsbook experts, whether that is baseball, hockey, lacrosse, tennis, badminton.
Those are the only sports you can think of?
Only sports I can think of, Daniel. And this is my read.
Well, the advertiser's paying me to say this, so I can't dispute it.
That's right. Head over right now, betonline.ag, promo code Locked On for 50% bonus on top. Don't sleep on, Daniel. What shouldn't people sleep on for this game?
Don't sleep on. Look, I'm going to give you 2.
Okay.
It's a 2-for-1 special.
Here we go.
Don't sleep on 3 bills and 3 tuds for Stetson Bennett.
Oh,
that's one.
Dear gosh.
We got to get back on the horse here, Clint. You out here talking about 2017. You're out here spewing off all kinds of nonsense. You forgot about that game where DeAndre Swift just ran roughshod all over them Auburn Tigers right after that.
Okay.
Did you forget about that?
All right. Nope. Bring it on back. Help me.
Thank you. And don't sleep on no touchdowns for Auburn. No, I'm not saying we're going to shut them out, but we might shut them out. But I'm not saying we're going to shut them out, but we might shut them out. No touchdowns for Auburn. If they get one, don't sleep on it being a garbage time touchdown with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter against the second string defense when we're already up by 21. Yeah, no touchdowns, 3 bills, 3 tuds for Stetson.
I didn't give you my score prediction conspicuously on yesterday's show.
Noticed. Don't
sleep on 28-0. Okay, there's my score prediction. 28-0. And here's why. This defense is everything. They have not heard your rat poison. They are not having it. Y'all, let me tell you, Kirby refuses to let them have it. This defense is built different across the board. Our 3 deep is better than your first team. Okay, so don't at me. I got walk-on safeties who are locking down Clemson. I got walk-on safeties blocking kicks. I got first-year freshmen out here just islanding people on the outside.
Yerp.
I have 3 inside linebackers that at any moment they can come down and overtake any one of your best inside linebackers. I got 3 of them. And I got edge rushers.
Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
got edge rushers that just keep on coming at you like teeth on a chainsaw. Okay? And then I got the best defensive lineman in all of college football standing right in the middle saying, Gandalfing, you shall not pass. Like, y'all, I know it's Bo Nix. I know Auburn showed out last week. I know they're going to come in with all the confidence. But when you give somebody your best shot, when you hit them with the best shot that you have and they don't move,
they laugh.
It demoralizes you.
It's ask Sam Pittman, KJ Jefferson, how it feels when you take a swing and the guy just chuckles. It's not fun. I'm going to set the number at 13.5. Over under passing attempts for TJ Finley in this game.
Over. Guys,
I think so too.
Bo Nix is going to be yanked midway through the second quarter. He's going to throw an interception. He's going to be sacked. He's going to maybe have a fumble that Kobe Dean's going to pick it up and run it for a touchdown. And he's going to be dejected on the sideline. And they're going to midway through the second quarter say, enough of this.
I mean, I would say don't sleep on, but nobody's sleeping on this. Bo Nix will turn the ball over in this game. He
guaranteed.
I don't know that he'll throw an interception, but I don't know what odds you could get. Somebody talk to me about that. What's our where are we going to place our prop bets on college football? Price picks. Somebody talk to me about the odds of Bo Nix fumbling the football in this game, because he's going to fumble the football in this game. He's going to be taking a lot of hits and the ball just out there, right? You're not going to hold on to it every time. Bo Nix is going to turn the ball over in this game. Well, listen, TJ Finley is going to get run in this game. You can bet on it. So, look, it's been a fun week, Auburn fans. Hope you'll join us Monday, Auburn fans. We would love to have you back on Monday. Nobody ever seems to come back on Monday. We don't get a lot. We did get an Arkansas fan who came back on Monday. It seemed like a stand-up guy. Don't remember his name. Auburn fans, you won't be back on Monday. I'm not worried. I'm not saving any bookmarks, but you won't be back on Monday. And you won't be missed either. We're on to Kentucky, who may be coming off a tough home loss to LSU. Who knows? We'll see.
No.
All right. I am Daniel. He's Clint. This is Locked On Bulldogs on the Locked On Podcast Network. Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And have yourself a great weekend, unless you're an Auburn fan. And we will see you guys on Monday.